Am I the a-hole for not letting my sister announce her pregnancy at my wedding even though I got proposed at hers? Me 28F and my sister 32F have never really gotten along that well. My parents were divorced and so we never really spent much time together during our childhood. Once we got in our early 20s though, that changed and we actually got pretty close. Both of us were in serious relationships and we would always talk about our dream weddings. Fast forward a few years and my sister was finally getting married to her high school sweetheart. I've never seen her so happy and I knew this was going to be one of her most cherished moments in life. That was until my dumb of an ex-boyfriend proposed to me at my sister's wedding. Needless to say, I had absolutely no idea. I rejected his proposal and ended up leaving him after a few weeks of him showing no signs of him being sorry at all. My sister was rightfully upset with the both of us because in her eyes, we had just taken away her spotlight on a day that she's been dreaming of for years. I felt so bad that I ended up giving her around half of what she paid for the wedding. A little much, I know, but when you have your whole family against you, you'll do anything for things to go back to normal. It took a couple months, but our bond came back and I ended up meeting my now fiancé. Our wedding is in a couple weeks and my sister has been making jokes about announcing her pregnancy at my wedding. At first, the jokes were funny and I thought they had no real threat to them. But after today, it was pretty clear that she was not actually joking. My mom called me telling me that my sister said she was going to announce that she was pregnant during the speeches part of our wedding to get back at me for what I did during hers. I texted my sister saying that it was completely unfair to not just me, but especially to my fiancé, and neither of us were to blame for what X did. She won't hear me out, and I told her if she won't drop it, then she won't be allowed at my wedding. I guess she's been crying to all our brothers saying I'm a bitch and a sister for not only ruining her wedding but for not letting her get a tiny bit of revenge. I get it. It must be hard to have that happen at your wedding, but how should it be my fault? I didn't tell him to do it and my now fiancé definitely didn't either. My dad and brothers said I was being petty and that it was only fair I let her do that considering what happened at hers. My fiancé is on my side though and thinks it best I don't let her come, or at least not come to the reception. I know it might seem a bit unfair for me to not let her get back at me, but I didn't pay the $15,000 pity money just for her to try to ruin my wedding years later. We are both adults and at this point, I think I could be being overdramatic. A pregnancy announcement and a proposal are two very different things, but I won't lie and say it wouldn't hurt my feelings if she did do that to me. So am I the a-hole for not allowing her?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. Tell her if she gives back the $15K she can. And let the family know that's the stipulation since they're all sticking their noses in. What your ex did wasn't your fault and you've made amends the best you can anyway.
Not the a-hole. You didn't do anything wrong at your sister's wedding and it's messed up. She wants to get revenge. You paid $15,000 for something that wasn't your fault at all and she's this bitter still.